last episode, Rimworld did an oopsie, and basically, Bonnet Bigly got given the Orb of Incredible Power, a single-use, supposedly, orb, which lets brainwash a lot of people. Now, apparently, when I reloaded, the orb disappeared. I was going to let him keep it, but it was just an issue whereby reloading got rid of it, which I suppose is fine, because it was a little bit OP. Hopefully a lot of you can understand, I did have to explain in Discord a little bit more, why I got rid of a lot of those people, based on the fact that the raids would have got harder relative to the amount of colonists we've got, and we can't really support these colonists anyway. I mean, adding an extra 50 colonists, or however many we would have added, like an extra 20 at least, would have meant we need another 20 bedrooms, we need 20 times the food, 20 times the jobs for cooking food, and honestly, way more cooks. We would not have been able to support it unless I'd have balanced it quite well. It would have been a pain in the ass, plus it would also make the game a lot harder, in the sense we've got raids, but also it was, you know, a massive glitch, and kind of a little bit cheaty as well. I felt like it kind of defeated the point of Rimworld, but we did keep the cool ones. So, that was a nice little side adventure. But, even with just those extra 4 people, we have a little surprise. That's right, we've got ourselves a dwarf invasion. You're probably thinking, well, that's not too terrible. It's only 32 dwarfs with axes. What if I told you from the north comes another 20 dwarfs with axes, some of which have spawned inside the fucking wall? Well, that doesn't seem fair at all. Rest in peace, Jimbo, my friend. So, we've got a massive raid, essentially, to fight off right now. A little bit unfortunate there that the war wasn't finished, but oh my god, so that's 52 dwarfs we're going to have to fight off right now. And hopefully you can kind of understand why I didn't want to take any more people on board than that, right? Everybody squad up as quickly as possible. Jimbo is basically going to be consigned to Davy Jones' locker at this stage, unfortunately. Based on the fact that they spawned around him. That seems a lot. They've decided to kidnap who they can and leave. Jimbo? 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 Get the fuck off, Jimbo. What was I supposed to do about that? I mean that politely. What in the fuck was I supposed to do about that? Oh, they're still coming for the rest of us, though. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Right, so, Sonic Barrier, what does that do? Psychic Barrier repels kinetic energy in a small area around the user. Understandable. Have a great day. We've got Graveblade. We've got Wave of Fear. I'm going to have to use these spells quite a lot. They all have axes. So they haven't got any range, whereas we obviously do, which is great news, understandably. Sonic Storm lets down all mental barriers and unleashes their unrestricted sonic power. Oh. Okay, so that's a long-range attack. Oh my god, we're going to get annihilated. Okay, squad up, team. Now they're retreating? Well, those ones are retreating because they stole a dude. I don't understand why they weren't retreating anyway, to be honest with you. That's fine. Oh, man, I can't believe we lost fucking Jimbo. I'm so annoyed by that. Okay, bring everyone together. Again, nothing I could have done there. Like, I know I say that a lot, and there are probably sometimes things I could have done. That time, impossible. Right, okay, here's the plan. Everybody squad up by the door, right? Where are our rangers? So we've got, the dog is a ranger. Send him to the back. So send all of our heavy-hitting melee characters to the front here. So we want Insane Nigel up front. We want Reginald L. Kip up the front. We want Deep Sea. And we want Stromfer. Everybody up to the front there. You guys are earning your names right now. Next row, we'll have basically anybody who's got a powerful-looking weapon. Bonnet Bigly, release the hounds. Yes! Good. Alright. Dan has no weapon. Seriously? Dan, you can stand at the front then and soak up some damage. Where are my mages then? So we've got, you can summon minions. Well, you probably should then, because maybe they can do something in combat. I'm not entirely sure. Go team. Alright. Oh, he's gained a deeper understanding of magic. He summoned a minion. Right, so what long-range attacks do we have? You could use Graveblade. If we fire it down there, that seems like it'll do a decent amount of damage. Nice, that looks pretty effective. I'm going to say Search and Destroy within melee range. Minion 8 is dead. Long live Minion 8. Holy shit, this is a proper battle, eh? The Wild Boar. The Wild Boar is dead. Look at this battle. This is absurd. This is ridiculous. I have no idea who's winning. I don't know if any of us are winning, to be honest with you. What if we use Sonic Blast at the back there? Go. That looks like it did some friggin' damage. That looked good. Okay, Sonic Storm. Not enough Sonic Energy. Okay, who else have we got? Oh, by the way, one of you said in the comments, use Magic Missile. Level up Magic Missile, because apparently in a couple of shots you can destroy a lot of stuff. So I'm going to take that on board. Thank you for that one. And apparently this armor that Dan turned up in another comment I saw, Dan's armor is apparently incredibly powerful, and you can only make it from buying a forge from traders, so there's no actual way to get it besides luck, essentially. So I'll have to remember that for the future as well. That we are going to give to Bonnet. I would have liked a few more seconds before we got into the world's biggest raid. Okay, what else have we got? Have you got any more Sonic? Can you use that yet? Oh, look, it's on cooldown. Oh, wait, is that cooldown, or is that just the name box? How much do you need for that? It says adjusted stamina cost of 30. There's not enough Sonic energy, so it's 60, but it doesn't really tell us. Yeah, okay, I guess it doesn't matter too much. Right, who's our other mage? We've got Deep Sea. Magic Missile them. Take him out, my boy. Well, that worked. Holy shit. Have we lost anyone? Patches is down, but Patches is a fucking wimp, so that's to be expected, really. You know what? I feel like, as far as raids go, that went pretty goddamn well, eh? Guys, honestly, leave it. Don't bother searching and destroying. Everybody get yourselves healed up. Who's our healer then? Because he is actually doing a damn good job there. Apparently automatically healing. Get everyone home. Get them patched up. The healer will just carry on healing if there is a valid target. Man. And we got a couple of prisoners as well. We've got a very good cook. And I was just saying earlier, we do need a good cook. So that was out pretty well. Everyone's eating their lembus in sort of celebration there. And we also got a guy with high intellectual as well. These two dudes are probably worth capturing. So who's healthy? Mark, if you could go ahead and capture him for me. You can have your food afterwards. Tilfa, capture him. Holy shit. Now, don't get me wrong, though. A lot of our colonists are in a bad way. Bonnet's had his eye cut out, which is insane. Patches is going to die in, so 16 hours, 19 hours. Dan is just bruised, so he's okay. Death in 11 hours. 9 hours for Ungolian. The elf has lost a couple of fingers there in the combat. 14 hours for you, and 15 hours. So actually a lot of our colonists, all of our colonists are savable. I mean, they would be anyway. But Bonnet is once again the most injured dude. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of the injured people, sort of put them in a line, and get the healer to just heal them up. And we will bring them close to the base as well. So you want Elkip, Nigel, Ungolian, Anderson, Dan, Potts, Patches, Bonnet. Squad up. Come stand here. You guys are going to get the healing treatment. In fact, what's the point? We might as well just stand them here, eh? Right. There we go. So he can just stand there and keep bashing out heals. And that was... Was it Insane Nigel with the heals? Doesn't really suit his name, eh? Right, so magic heal efficiency might not be a bad idea. He's only got 28 mana left, though. Oh, Jesus. Decreases the mana cost of heal by 7% per mana cost. Or, each rune is healed by 3 points. I'm going to go with the mana cost still, because this dude is... Man, I wish I had more mana. I was kind of going to get them all to line up and just have him heal them. I think Bonnet needs more immediate medical assistance than relying on the cooldown for the healing. That was a good raid. That was really, really fun. Look at that. What an absolute mess we made. Oh my god, there's another dude as well. Dos. Also high intellectual. Oh god, this dude is good. Melee, mining, he seems quite skilled. Right, so we actually might want to build another sleeping spot here. So we're going to build a copy. Put that there. Who's nearby? Who's not too far away? Kazumi is hauling our dead wild boar. Rest in peace, boar. Does the boar deserve a coffin? Does it deserve a sarcophagus? I honestly think it does. I honestly think it does. It made me laugh quite a lot the first time we saw that dude, so I think he deserves it. Egas, you come and rescue Patches. And who else was it? Kazumi, come and capture Dos, the dwarf miner. Right, let's try and get everybody up to full health. So we do have, quite luckily, a second surgeon now. Both Potts and Kazumi are both very good at doctoring. And then, of course, we do have, you know, a healing mage as well. So that works out quite well. Bonnet, you are in bed. You get first treatment, of course, because you are Bonnet Bigly, the most Bonnet man of all. You get over here. Use your magic, so it costs 15% mana cost, so we can actually probably hit him twice. Just waiting on the cooldown for that one. How's he doing? Death in 13 hours, right, so we bought him a couple of hours. You're also dead in 13 hours. Major break risk for Kazumi, probably something to do with all the dead bodies, you know. Okay, where are my surgeons? So Kazumi is obviously carrying that dude over. Shit, should have probably had someone else do that. Potts is apparently eating bread. Potts, I'm going to let you do that, only because it will let him move faster. You need to come home and tend to basically everyone as soon as possible. My god, this is a mess. I don't think anyone's going to die. Even if I just don't, you know, micromanage it here, I think we'll be fine. Nigel, what are you up to right now? Yeah, you need to... Honestly, I'm more than happy for you to take some damage to heal up Bonnet Bigly. There he is. So he's probably going to be absolutely fine now. Death in 17 hours. Seriously? Oh, because his eye's been cut out. Be nice if you could specify, you know, which one you would like them to do. Wait, faction base attacked. Oh, shit. The Shadow Crew consider this a win in the Great Faction War. That's awesome. So Potts has plenty of jobs there. I've manually lined up all of the treatments. We've got medical emergency, Glowfar. Honestly, I've said don't bother treating the prisoners right now. I've actually forbidden them because our colonists come first. Even if we lose this dude, honestly, I don't really care that much. Construction, cooking. That is kind of useful though. Man, right, Bonnet Bigly. Honestly, my dude, you're probably... Oh my god, I was going to say you're probably an okay doctor, but I've lied. Have we got any other backup surgeons going on here? 4 out of 20. Better than nothing. 4 out of 20. Strumpfer, my dude. Come and rescue Glofer if you can. Or not. Oh, right, because I actually need to allow them to get treatment. Alright, there you go. Herbal medicine is fine. Then we go back to Strumpfer. Come and treat this dude if you can. It doesn't matter if we lose him. Like I said, I really don't care. I wanted the other boys to be done first, hence why I manually cancelled that. It's going to be fucking close. No immediate danger. We got him, boys. Well done. Okay, everyone's all patched up. We seem to be fairly good to go here, and I've set up some mass graves to be dug just outside the gates as well for all of these goddamn dwarfs. That was probably one of the biggest raids I think I've ever had in Rimworld in terms of the actual combat occurring. Normally you don't notice it so much, obviously, if you've got long-ranged big sieges coming in, because it doesn't look that impressive when you've got them all in this big scrum, but that was very, very cool. We do know our defenses need a lot of goddamn work now, though. No guest beds. Oh, no, you're not wrong, because we turned all of our guest beds into, obviously, beds for these new colonists we've got. Refuse until I've got guest beds. So, funnily enough, what I wanted to do with this episode, besides apparently repelling one of the biggest raids that I've ever had, is start building, you know, houses for our colonists. Start actually working on the sort of medieval society that we're supposed to have here. So, what I'm going to do then is, and a lot of you pointed out I should have really used hearths rather than campfires inside these rooms. That's a fair point. So, what we want to do is, let's go structure. Let's go, you know what, we'll use the old style stuff because it looks so much better. Wood walls are fine, honestly. We could go with bamboo walls as well. Oh, you know, they look almost as good. Yeah, but medical emergency. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Who's having a medical emergency? Anderson? Not much I can do about that, pal. I mean, we got to him in time. 84% blood loss. He'll be fine. He's had some good treatment there. So like I was saying, what we probably want to do is use the old style stuff, and there's obviously like fireplaces as well, and just build like a classic medieval style little house. So let's go to this one. Let's go build everything out of bamboo, because bamboo gives that beauty bonus, plus it also fits the aesthetic. Honestly, kind of a lot nicer than the regular wood walls do. And I guess just design a house here. So we don't want it too close to the edge of the walls. It makes it a bit more vulnerable or something like that. But this will be the peasant quarter all the way down here. How big do we want peasant houses to be? 8 by 8 seems pretty fucking luxurious, actually. Maybe that's too large. Maybe we'll just do it more like that. Maybe even like that. Maybe the peasants don't deserve that much room in their houses. And then just cut a door in it there. That's fine. And all you guys need for your dirty peasant houses is a bed, a fireplace, naturally. I guess some sort of table to eat your dirty peasant food off of. So we'll put a table there and a couple of simple peasant chairs. There we go. That's gonna look so nice when it's done. And then a peasant dresser. And you're basically good to go, right? That's all you need if you're a peasant, I think. And that's quite a nice little house. They got a little table. They got, you know, a bed, some chairs. Bonnet Bigly's house is obviously going to be luxurious, lined with gold and such. What about some old-style wood flooring too? We'll sort of see how that looks, and I'll change the design depending on whether or not it sort of suits the aesthetic, the whole medieval theme. Honestly, not really what I expected there. Dwarven Grand Gate basically looks like it's lying on the floor. Man, that kind of looks like a bit of a fucking mess, eh? Maybe we'll go with something else then. What else have we got in terms of structure? Reinforced door is kind of lackluster. See, that's how it should look. I think I might just go with regular gates then, because they look actually pretty decent. We can build those out of granite as well, it turns out. So I might just go for granite gates everywhere, rather than this, which could look cool, but the perspective is so fucked on it that I'm not going to use it, just because it looks that weird. We will go for the regular granite gates then. Like I said, a little lackluster, but we do have to spend a lot of granite. Obviously, finishing off the wall should be first and foremost, so we don't get any more raids like we got last time. We've got to make it multiple blocks thick as well, so that we're not susceptible to catapults, or the superior weapon trebuchets, or more importantly, people just mining through it, seeing as we're up against dwarfs. Oh, well, that's just about the worst news I've ever heard. Well, thanks, Rimworld. A second I say that we're going to spend some time actually building up the base, we've got a toxic fog. Okay. Toxic fallout, I should say. Right, so what is the plan then? That's kind of screwed us a little bit. But what I'm going to do is say... Oh, man, all the crops are going to friggin' die. Okay, right. Or at least we won't be able to plant any new ones, I should say. Right, so let's go new area. Let's go... Name this one Toxic. That seems fairly self-explanatory, I think. And we'll just build it within sort of like bedroom area, between that and the kitchen. Now, they're going to take the quickest route anyway, so I'm just going to do that. The issue is I don't want them working the farm, if that makes sense. We'll do that, and then we'll also do sort of this area. And I feel like, given their absolute sort of limited area they can exist in here, they probably won't spend too much time outside. I'm going to go ahead and reinstall these indoors so they actually get some time to play horseshoes and whatever. in their other time. Hey, Patches, go ahead and reinstall those. Oh, right, you actually have to click on these, don't you, genius? Right, reserved by the dog. Okay, people are beating me to it. Right, let's get those reinstalled. Then I'll set the area when those are done. Man, have we got enough food to get us through this? Food is, like, quite slim right now, isn't it? 1,700 lembas corn, 1,000 regular corn. We got 56 elven bread, 42 jerked meat. Yeah, I feel like we could do with more farmhands, to be honest with you. Well, we're getting a lot done in the main base, which is pretty nice. No one seems idle, even though they are all restricted to that new area now. Not only that, but we have the quarry available in here. So in hindsight, that was a really, really good idea to build one of those indoors. Set it to quarry resource, seeing as this one can only produce slate blocks, and I don't particularly want slate blocks because it won't match our granite walls. So that's just going to turn out a shit ton of resources for us during this toxic fallout. So I guess, you know, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. And more importantly, we can get some good smithing work done in this meantime. Oh, I meant to confiscate Dan's armor. Hey, Dan, put that down. You are not the God King here, my friend. You belong to Bonnet Bigly now. You are his. Right, put all this shit down. There we go. Put that down. Socks. Techno socks. That's incredible. Put it down, though. Those are Bonnet's techno socks now, my friend. Right, Bonnet can get your mask of flexing, of course. Nobody touches crown. That's also banned. Right, grab this armor. He's going to be the strongest man alive now. Let's grab this one. Where did it all go? Why the fuck did it all go so far away? All right, what are we missing? We're missing something else, aren't we? Yeah, the techno socks, of course, the tech. And those went there, of course. Why the hell not? There we go. All right, so he is looking pretty goddamn fly. And it all counts as art as well. I'm not sure what impact that has on it. But apparently, presumably crafted by skilled technicians during the Pang era, the War God's crest was handed out to skilled officers and warriors in Pang Lee's army. I don't know what any of this means, but there we go. Not the same as core game shield belts, will prevent ranged attacks from shooting if equipped. Does not protect against melee attacks. Oh. Right, I see. So it just gives melee dodge and hit chance, and that's probably it. Right, understandable. So, remember that dwarf that I spent ages trying to save in the raid? Turns out, I may have forgotten to feed him during this entire toxic fallout. So this dude, not particularly happy, Glowfur clobbered the door, struck the door, smashed the door. He escaped, and then Bonnet cut him, apparently cut him in the femur. I was going to say cut him in half, but that would be absurd. Cut him in the femur, though, and killed him dead. So that was a great use of our time there, trying to save that dude. My god, Bonnet Bigly, look at this man. Just look at him. He is the champion we've always needed. This dude is so good. What are his skills like these days? Almost 15 intellectual, which is quite impressive considering that he hasn't really been doing that much research, or at least not that quickly. Let's order up all the armor and warhammers we are ever going to need. I really love the idea of making our colony all wear death masks. I think they look really, really cool, even if they don't really do much. But I think it just should be the look of our faction there. The Bonnet Bigly death mask. Copyright. Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous, eh? Just everybody working in the quarry. To be fair, we do get, you see that there, the failure, because I've set the rate so low, because I don't want the quarries to be too OP. They are failing an awful lot, and you got to bear in mind that was also El Kip, who's got like an incredibly good mining stat, isn't he? Oh, 8.64, okay, not that good, but he is a dwarf, so he gets an extra yield. We're still getting a decent amount. Funnily enough, if you set your entire colony to mining the quarry, you do end up getting a lot of iron. Now, we've had a lot of iron anyway, because we're not expending it that fast, but I might need to still tweak it, even now, to give us less resources. But one thing I did do is add coal to it, because that does make sense if you would dig coal from a quarry. So, by extent, we're going to get less gold, less silver. Like, we haven't got that much gold, 344 gold, when we've got, you know, this amount of 10 people working in the quarry for the past couple of days. Doesn't seem like a lot, but we are getting a lot of iron, so I think I need to still adjust it so that the failure rate is higher. But it's pretty cool. I really like the quarry mod. I think it's quite well, I didn't want to say balanced. It's quite well done. I have a question. This is just a general question for you guys, because someone out there will definitely know this. If I set it to do until you have X and then 1, will they not always just make it until we need them, right? Because if a colonist detects better gear than what they've got on the floor already, they'll just go over and wear it, won't they? Which means that it will no longer register as having one in the stockpile, so it will now untick the bill and they'll be able to do it again. Would that not be the best way to do this? So that way everybody's always got the best gear they can have, right? So apparently we've got some spare steel boots kicking around somewhere. We've got spare... Oh, so the Warhammer is obviously an exception to that because they won't change weapons. But with the armor and with clothing, this should work. And the only reason I ask that is because I've set up a second forge here just to help expedite the process a little bit so that we can actually make some armor quicker. We've got a lot of people wasted in this quarry. You know, we've got so many resources already. I'd rather have them doing something a bit more useful. So if I do this, in theory, right... I don't think I'm going crazy with this one. It should work as I'd expect. Funnily enough, that does actually seem to be the case. Look, so he's just finished boots, someone's went and picked it up and worn it, and now it's unticked again, ready for the next pair to be made. So we're always going to have armor that is... I suppose we might want to suspend the bill, though, because if they go into battle and, you know, take a little bit of damage and they see a fresh pair of boots on the floor, they'll automatically switch into them. At which point I assume this would still be unpaused. I assume it only looks for sort of brand new, unused gauntlets or boots, for example. So after we know everybody has equipment, or after this initial first wave of gear being produced, we probably want to stop it at that stage. So one thing I'm also doing to speed things up here is I've got... Who was that? Oh, Anderson was green. He decided to start a fire. Right, so I wondered then for a second what the hell he was doing. So one thing I've also done is set it to break down any good or lower quality. In fact, I think it's normal or lower quality. A good or lower quality, because our smiths can produce better than that. Any extra gear we've got lying around, because basically our stockpile right now is filled with all of those dwarven walking axes that we got during all of the many raids that we've had here. So let's try and get rid of that. Anderson, are you going to light fires that we can't put out is the real question. Where are you? Light fire to the bamboo. Let's just keep a close eye on this dude. Make sure that he's not going to cause any issues here. Yeah, we seem to be okay. I imagine he'll stop having his breakdown in a little bit. Fire starting, honestly, it's never worth, you know, trying to arrest them or anything like that, seeing as they generally stop after a... Oh, there we go. He's lighting fire to the wall again. We're good. Kind of worried about this one here, but that's okay. We'll deal with that in a minute. Is he good? We're done. All right, so we should probably allow this, or at least open up this area so they go and put that out for a second. So let's go and unrestrict them temporarily. There you go. Please put out the fire. Someone, oh god, someone please put out this fire. There we go. All right, quickly before it spreads, for Christ's sake. There we go. All right, now I've got to remember to re-restrict them again and probably remove this from our home area as well. I really, really need to find a new cleaning mod. One that acts like cleaning zone, because right now they're cleaning all of this crap as well. It's driving me insane. Right, there we go. And then go ahead and re-restrict. All right. Man, I wish this Fallout would end. It's taking ages. Boy, you are really hilarious right now, Rimworld. An unusual heatwave has begun. Heatwaves can kill quickly, so not only are we trapped indoors, but also we now have a heatwave to concern ourselves with as well. So I think first things first, we deconstruct every frigging campfire. I think we deconstruct every frigging torch lamp, and hope to hell we can stay indoors without dying. 28 degrees, what is it, 24 outside. We might even need some vents then. Man, that's such a pain in the ass. Okay, that's fine though. That's fine. Anything to keep ourselves alive. Now we could... This might give us a good excuse to work on the skylights a little bit more, eh? Do we have any glass? Why have they stopped working on that? Was that the forge? Smelt glass? Suspended. Ah, that explains a lot. Right, so we get that done and we'll put skylights in everywhere. We might as well use the opportunity to do that one. Oh, thank God. Okay, just as we were about to run out of food as well, look at this. We've got 10 lembas, we've got 40 jerk meat, 6 elvish bread. I like that nobody wanted the jerked fish, boomlope, and shellfish, apparently. Not really surprised there. Okay, so you boys, congratulations. I get them a lot more recreation time as well, because apparently working in the mine uses... Oh, so once they basically start the bill, for the weaker miners, they won't leave until they finished it, which meant that basically they weren't getting any time for recreation, because they were insisting on finishing the job like a big bunch of idiots. Okay, so... I'll give you another hour of work to make up for that, because I was way too generous there. Okay, you guys need to immediately get to work on the farm, for Christ's sake. Unrestricted. Everybody back to business. Right, let's just draft and undraft them to reset them all. Now, one thing I didn't do during that entire time, because I was specifically waiting for you guys to be able to see it, is we got a lot of experience there. All of our magicians leveled up multiple times, so we can go through and sort of see what new skills we should give them. So, Original Del Kip just about to level up once again. I really like I really like this one, honestly. The Proximity Heal, the Unquenchable Hate. I feel like this skill is absolutely what we should be focusing on. Insane Nigel, you, my friend, can have... Oh, he actually didn't level up at all. Probably because he didn't have any excuse to cast his magic. Oh my god, Deep Sea leveled up 4 times, apparently. Probably because he was spamming non-stop minions here. Right, okay, good question. So you guys said Magic Missile is all in, so we will go for that one then. Let's go all in Magic Missile, because that is supposedly one of the best ones we can go for. And then I think we're also going to go for mana recovery. Do we want to decrease the mana cost of the abilities? I mean, that's basically what the efficiency has been doing anyway, so... could we level up actual Magic Missile, though? Because there does seem to be a 0 of 3 there. Is there a way to just click the middle? Am I a fool? Oh, it doesn't matter too much. We've got very efficient magic missiles then, so that works out pretty well for us. What else have we got? Kazumi, what have you learnt, my friend? So this is the psionic one. Energy conservation, what does that do? Oh, right, that's the psionic barrier. Sorry, I'm looking at this below it. We've got minded body, which is the psionic blast one. That one seemed incredibly good. That was like the artillery attack, right? So definitely want to go for this one. Psi-Orekum. Psi-Orekum? What is that supposed to mean? Power up Psy Blast. Each level increases damage by 15%. Jesus, that seems massive. Decreases stamina cost by 8% per level. Alright. We've got Energy Flood, which gives us chance to protect multiple blasts by 4%. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. I think this one first. Let's buff up what we know we've got guaranteed. Then I think we're going to Energy Flood next time. I am focusing on specific powers here just because I feel like that will give us the most advantage. Brian Bulldo Schwartz, what have you got for us? I want you to learn to summon minions as well because those boys are incredibly useful. Plus, it gives him the ability to level himself up just by casting them over and over again. Apparently, the minions cause a lot of glitches, though. There is a lot of stuff with Rim of Magic that is how would I phrase it? A little bit shit. To be completely honest with you, there's a lot of conflicts, there's a lot of issues. If I were to open the dev console now, you see all of it is caused by the minions. It doesn't seem particularly balanced. One person in Discord even said, if I plan on making this a long-term series, don't use necromancers, because those boys are apparently very, very, what's the word, underbalanced might be the best way to phrase it. So magic missile for you as well, because we've been told that those are incredible. And that is all of our wizards, isn't it? Man, we've got a lot of wizards, though, this time around, eh? Oh, my God. Please plant the farms, for the love of God. We didn't quite lose all of our Lembas harvest, though, which is pretty good. And just as we finish that, Elkip levels up. All right, so what do you want, then? Unquenchable Hate. I really, really like that. Steals life proportional to damage dealt. So this dude is just going to be buffing himself up and everyone else the more damage he does. So this boy is our sort of DPS healer. Very impressive. I like some of these skills as well. I think Magic Missile, from what I saw then, the way I understood Magic Missile to work was like a controllable blast. But from what we saw there, and now I'm going to have to go and watch it back, but it looked as if it was like, how would I describe it? Kind of like a fast-firing machine gun almost of homing missiles. So we'll have to test that out again. I will watch the clip back and see if that's actually the case. And then we go Deep Sea once again leveling up because there's goddamn minions everywhere. So can we... Oh, you can level up the actual missile itself just by clicking on it. Impressive. So, oh, it also has a chance to confuse as well. That's really cool. So we need to remember to level up the actual base ability as well. We do have quite a lot of farmers, actually. It's just we've got such a large field that it's going to take quite a long time to get it all sewed in again. I feel like this much heal root is unnecessary. How much have we got going on right now, then? So we've got... Oh, man, we've got way too much heal root. Look at that. So let's reduce the actual size of this field down quite significantly. In fact, I told them not to sow that because that was the area... between, you know, the actual main building and the secondary building during the toxic fallout, and I didn't want them obviously planting crops during the middle of a toxic fallout there. So I feel we can probably shrink this one down fairly significantly. Probably down to like that size is still too generous, I would imagine. Hopefully. Anyway, hopefully we won't need that much medicine in the future. Let's remove that. We probably will need more bamboo, though, because I'm going to try and build all the structures out of bamboo for the beauty bonus that does give. The issue is, it's going to take a very, very long time for that much bamboo to grow. Although it is quite fast growing, it is obviously low yield as well. So to get a buildable amount of bamboo, you need a fair amount of it. That's going to help out, I think, just having less medicine. What about the hay grass? Well, hay grass, obviously, for the animals. Dan Firekeeper. Is it? Oh, so this is, I thought this was going to be the guy with the minion, but no, it's not. Magic Missile, of course. Hostile elements have created a breach into your world and are preparing to send assault teams through the rift. What the fuck? Rifts cause mayhem in the atmosphere as energy leaks through the rift into your world. The following effects may occur for each rift element. Fire Rift, meteor showers, that sounds fun. Earth Rift, toxic fumes, and can cause animals to go berserk, understandably. Ice Rift, hailstorms, and rapid decline in temperature. Ice Rift at least makes sense. And Air Rift can give us lightning storms. Destroy the rift to end this nightmare. There it is. Oh, hello. Granite Elemental Rift, I then assume, is the Earth-based one. What the fuck is an Elemental Rift? Are you kidding me? Send in the mages. Oh my god, look at our boys, fully armored. That worked out incredibly well then, eh? Send them in. Get out of here. So they're sending hostile forces. What does that mean? So they're going to send, like, troops? Or is it just what they were talking about before, where they can send... Oh, no, there actually are hostile forces. What is that thing? Somebody kill that? My fucking minion? Bonnet Bigly leading the charge there. Not a big fan of this, I'm going to be honest with you. Kill him, please. Please kill the demon. There we go. Okay, charge. Take out that portal. Doesn't really... Sort of defeats the point of building a massive wall if they're just going to spawn inside it twice in a row, but that's okay. Not that bothered. Okay, so you boys move in. We're going to send the magic missiles straight into the portal and hopefully kill... Oh, thank you for healing up our troops. I appreciate that. Yeah, but magic missiles, though. Who's got magic missile? Oh, I'm just blind. It's fine. Right, open fire. Well, that was disappointing. Okay, turn the speed down, for Christ's sake. Psionic blast? Oh, it is doing damage, but not very much. Okay, I think search and destroy. How do we... Oh, do we just... Oh, you just right-click it. Right, okay, fair enough. You just attack it like you would literally anything else. Elementals are coming through the rift. Not for long, they're not. Ow! Holy shit. Oh, man, we got some cool stuff, though. Arcane Gem of Acceleration, Regeneration. Holy shit. Patches is down. Mana Explosion. Oh, so it doesn't actually do damage. It's just like a burn. Oh, okay, that's fine then. As long as no one's life is in danger. Yeah, no immediate danger, no immediate danger. So we just had some slight burns, that type of thing. Man, that was cool. I like that little effect, like little magic threats as well as, like, you know, a shit ton of dwarf invaders. That's fun. Not that I'm salty. Peter the Rhino, what's wrong with you? Oh my god. Let me just read this. Patches discharge, wounded, Pete's brain agonizingly. Thank you for watching, everyone. Before that we completely wrap things up today, what I actually want to do is start working on a kill box, because unfortunately having these big gates is fairly irrelevant, seeing as the enemy will just come and kick it down anyway. So the plan is, also, how would they attack? Because obviously in regular Rimworld, if you build gates, they just mine through, right? Or you get drop pods more frequently. As in that's the more frequent threat, not that having walls will make drop pods appear. So in this, I guess we're only up against miners, which is fine. So we want to build ourselves, or sappers, I should say. We want to build ourselves just a big kill box on either side, right? So I'm thinking something along the lines of this. We've got sort of your standard kill box design there, where they're going to move through single files to make it easier to be picked off by archers, things like that. Now down here we have embrasures, which will allow our archers to shoot through. Now it'll also allow their archers to shoot back. However, we've only been attacked by dwarven bandits, which use exclusively those goddamn walking axes. Maybe if we're attacked by those people all the way on the other side of the map, then this will prove difficult. If that's the case, we just simply won't use these embrasures, right? And we'll just obviously line our troops all up, actually, like, down here instead. Now, what I wanted to do... Oh, I forgot to do it here. You might as well remove this back wall as well, because that's fairly irrelevant at this stage, let's be honest. What I'm going to do with this bit is basically a similar thing, where we just have embrasures all down here. Now, if, like I said, we get enemy archers turning up, we'll just line up down here instead, right? We'll have our troops along here, firing down, and then... if it is melee troops, we can still kill them inside this traditional kill box. Then as they come through, we'll have lines of melee soldiers. If you've got a better design, of course, feel free to send that to me over Discord or wherever you want to send it to, and I'll take a look. But I'm going to build one of these on either side just because it's very simple, very straightforward, and quite low cost as well. Thank you all for watching. In classic Rimworld style, I said we were going to do one thing and then the game decides absolutely not. Today you're getting screwed, and that's exactly what happened with our toxic fog, and then our what was the other thing? The heat wave, and then the elemental rift, or whatever the hell they're called. Let's give a shout out to the patrons for making the series possible in the first place. Big Dick Timmy, Tom Terry 18, Harik, Lucas Holting, Sean Thornton, Lolrus, Haydog, Sidini, Necrophilant, Asuna Kirito, Facundo Vasquez, I am the Lizard King, Josh Lindean Tesla, Michael Mullen, Tyler Birch, Pavis Presley, Logan Thorne, Conspired Sea, Orcs Wolf, Average Gamer 419, Escape, and Evacuous Barkus? I have no idea how to say your name, and I still haven't seen a comment from you, so if I'm saying it wrong, send me a message, and I'll sort that out. And a big shout as well to Nathaniel Lindbergh, Euphrates, Jimmy, Quasar Fox, Jack Allen, Gabriel Van Ders, Llewellyn Thomas, Nick and Flores, Euron DeVries, Don2217, Zet McDougall, Joseph Beard, Jordan Campbell, Harry McGowan, Will Wade, Chris, Sir Thor the Swede, The Sage, Asaro, Nick, Fraser Brennan, Kevin Saunders, Betimus Max, The Insane Pickle, Adam Person, Igor Kozak, Haji Dumar, Noah Gallimore, Panther Pearl, and Alpha Scuff.